and I see moon pips. We can be heard.
Nice.
Audio. How's everybody doing? Right. I am not feeling good. Are like audio setting? I think I need to. Is that a increased sensitivity of device? Wait. Okay. I thought this said that I was connected to another set. For what's it called?
Oh.
Internet. It looked like it was connected to internet that's not near here, which is.
All right. So.
Yeah, I think at least we can be heard. It's better than not being heard.
From the top?
From the top. We don't have anybody in chat, but we're chatting. Hey, it's okay, baby. Hold on. I gotta keep my. Hold on. I gotta keep my cat friendly. He's hissing at the dog. You're a meanie. You're a meanie head. He has.
You can probably hear the church bells outside.
Oh, I just did. I did. Ooh. Microphone sensitivity.
Oh.
Sensitivity. YouTube. Microphone. I'm learning so much today.
Hmm?
He's. Ooh. And I can see it blipping further, so we're.
Oh, God. Yeah, butter.
Butter.
Rich, smooth, creamy butter.
Get it all hooked up. Have it.
I can't believe it's an emotion.
I can't believe I'm emotional. Capitalism beat the emotions out of me as a.
Systemic abuse. Gotta love it.
Speaking of systemic abuse, my friend stood up to their job and is getting trained for their promotion again. Okay. That we're live streaming.
I don't know. I suppose.
Excuse me. Okay.
You oughtn't to. Completely honest, my sense of performative telling me the audience will probably dwindle on this one, but that's okay.
In
fact,
I'm gonna watch the playback of this later. It'll be nice to be able to stream a Discord call into the YouTube live. That'll be.
Well, I mean, part of it is just having something hammered out already and ready to go.
True that. Really is an outline of topics that we're going to cover, and then we talk about the things in the outline, and then if we have somebody with editing skills, we could probably edit in an intro.
Yeah.
I've noticed that living is a lot of TikTok again this Thursday. Excited to be able to live stream on TikTok again this Thursday.
All right. So getting into something more substantive, because I feel like it's. And
we first talk about performatism being used for a negative reason. Yeah.
Because there is the complete being. It's an art of channeling, and because there's outside aspect.
I understand the motivation.
Comedy is disingenuous representation.
Yeah. Of like straight people being like, because it's funny because except
exactly.
one is performative and the other is genuine.
In a more homophobic environment.
For real.
Even though it's false, genuine, they're disingenuous enough to compensate for the lack of truth. The popular narrative fucks with the truth.
Mainly manufactured by.
There you go. Which
like
is exactly growing up in a red state.
For busier than the averages I calculated. That's a low ball. That like I earn them more than double what I get paid. And then the food that they buy is pennies, and they get reinvested to burn their excess or paid when something goes bad.
That's right.
Used to destroy that food. It's horrible.
Exactly. The arm of the machine that keeps it going.
Helpful to everybody, really, if we would just stop paying these food subsidies. Use the disenfranchise the poor, really, in general. We use those extra tax to pay for their education, for them to get better jobs.
Mutable aspects of this I'm kind of personally leaning towards. Representation, building a volunteer union.
Yeah.
You little you power monopolists, get out of here.
Yeah, I agree with
this game, and you play this game, and
because money is synonymous with autonomy. Money is only given to people who perform in society.
No, the reason I say what I do is not for the purpose of erasing of life.
Enabling ways of life through community, understanding, empathy.
Because there are too many ways of life that are prevented.
A lot of people overlook when they prevent other ways of life is the fact that we also produce more food than is necessary to feed our entire population, and we have more than our entire population. We have the resources, we're just not giving them.
Right, because we're
big guy that already has all the money, even more money to exploit us with, that we're all going to be our laws is used to prevent our acts and human autonomy.
Vanguard and BlackRock, V&B. Yeah.
How? So weird. It's just like your dreams and goals. You should be given the resources.
This is something that I've seen in the higher echelons that I've been able to peek into. They're under a lot of pressure. You're building some really good shit. Let me take this off your. Hey, you're under a lot of pressure. You're building some really good shit. Let me take this off your hands. And yeah, we'll give you some really pretty numbers to look at. If you just hand, that's the Vanguard BlackRock model.
Yeah. Start building my own companies, and I hear people being like, right.
With the contract for that.
Well, that's the thing is, I don't want to make a lot of money. Enough money to live happy lives. Graphic. And I want to see rad femmes start acknowledging there's something like radical feminist ideology and how it separates us is this, and this. But you don't then have already faced their internalized patriarchy and hierarchy. In fact, sometimes they're first to do so in their family because of getting treated like slaves, because of getting treated disposably. Honestly.
I'm supposing you are too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was treated disposably. I was treated like an ATM, like a slave. Any of the money I've earned through the work I did before the age of even taking like he was basically charging me my entire paycheck and rent while bringing me food and stuff, etc. She'd just pocket.
Yep.
Yep.
fucked. Cannot be.
Human trafficking.
Yeah.
We live in a human trafficking organization in a trench. You own your child. You pay the state to be able to own your child.
One of the aspects of slavery that was hardly ever touched on.
Oh my God. Women were called, what were, because the men were called studs. There's a piece of LGBT. Women were not allowed to work, and so they'd work in the guys' job. Someone would come up and be like, is that a girl working? They'd be like, nah, because black men were called studs on breeding farms. It's a horrible, dehumanizing way to refer to them. Which is also how lesbians began taking on the term stud. Black lesbians. That they have now reclaimed for their own purposes. It's entirely their word now.
Oh.
Oh yeah, black lesbians have reclaimed the word stud for use in their community. What? It's the reason I get kind of mad when I see white lesbians call themselves studs, because they don't have the hair for it. It does, like, sorry, white girls with dreadlocks out there, but they don't. You don't know how to do them right. If you are getting someone to speak entirely on this subject, I can only spit out what I've heard from people who can.
Fucking A. There you go.
In their hair, and they're like, oh, it's so Native American. I'm like, no, not really. Like, right. Yeah, we put hair within things. And also, it was really important to not drop feathers that were in your hair.
I've noticed a lot of these fucking white girlies will go out and things and then adorn themselves with them. And then liken themselves to a Native American.
Like the same thing. There are so many peoples that have done this because there are so many different techniques with their culture. Just because you're mostly Irish doesn't mean you can't % Cherokee. I don't fucking care. Half of a % Cherokee. I don't fucking care. Whatever culture from the people of it, learn the language of it. Go to the reservation, learn from your Atal. And that's what they're called in Navajo. Am I pronouncing that right? Most likely, yeah. My people for a very long time, for more than 2 or 3 hours at most of the and that only lasted 2 days. My language has not returned to me in its wholeness, and that saddens me. The encouragement of its use.
Yeah. Hey.
Ultimately, to English, Spanish, or not knowing how to speak English, it's English speakers that are dumb for assuming they can learn to speak yours. Wait, this is regular. Learn to speak yours. Wait, this is regular. They can. In fact, I would argue that it's easier for a base English speaker to be able to learn to speak Spanish than it is for vice versa. However, I don't have these experiences of a first language Spanish speaker. I just say that because English is a severely fucked up language.
5 different registers to speak it.
Exactly.
Some of them impossible to communicate across.
Exactly.
Like
and that's the part of
the. This is why homeless people have time. They are written in a different register of English.
Yeah, well,
it's not that you're dumb. But yeah,
think of it like this, right? People don't understand laws because they're written in legalese. Legalese and help people understand what is and is not illegal when looking at laws. Legalese and help people understand what is and is not illegal when looking at laws. For example, specifically S&M, sadism and masochism, are illegal in Utah if lasting marks and have the Class C misdemeanor charged upon them of for something that they wanted to do, consented to, in order to make sure that this wasn't assault.
That's right.
Because this pursue it as assault. Sorry, there's the camera right there. Sorry. Some glass. We're passing some glass. Anywho, all in all, I look at our society and I feel saddened by it because of indigenous blood, whether it's Native American, whether they're Celtic, whether they're German. Anybody rich has indigenous blood. Normativity by Christianity, by patriarchy, by the oppression of men, well, and LGBTQ plus straight, because ultimately we are performing up to the expectations of a white person, a straight person, a man, or a woman, and I'm seeing people punished because these words are all things that we can only identify with terms, because I don't feel that I can understand them either.
Same here.
However, in states, which is why I consider it a fluid thing that I have not defined.
Reasonable. Yeah, symbolically.
Exactly. I feel like there is a flaw in humanity in that we think it is the only way.
It's not even just a human thing, though.
Really? Really?
Yeah. Dude, or the fetishization of the written word is quite uniquely American, or
no, like
Spain Latin is written.
Yeah.
The Roman system, which looked quite steadily at their language, even though the language that did not carry over into the Germanic, though it did have Italic influence. It kind of did at first, continuing on, and we kept continuing on, and we need
that I should never trust a white man whose words beguile me, because I'm told to close their eyes and pray. When they opened their eyes, they had the Bible.
And this is why you'll never catch me telling anyone what the fuck to do.
What we will do, but ultimately deciding what another person will do is not within our right to control.
Exactly. To not erase it and move forward.
Yes, because it is okay for people to take part in.
Right. Yeah, dude, it has been a cult. For being a cult.
And start being a culture.
Right. Yeah, because it's either that or go away. And
I really hate the go away idea, because most Christians I've met have been genuinely good people. It's hard to control their lives and power addictions through religion that are the dangerous ones.
Some pretty huge shit. Suppressing anything.
Express it.
That's right. Express it.
Just like how I allow to cry when having unpleasant, so that they can run through my body and come out. Or like how you need
your shit go away.
And it just makes you constipated.
Pretending it doesn't exist doesn't make it go away.
Thank you everybody for joining.